Alright, I'm going to show you how to mod this server specifically. So first you're going to start off, you got to run Minecraft. Just go ahead and open up the launcher. Next you want to hit the installations tab up here. Let's create a new installation. Name it whatever you want. You can name it modded server or give it its own custom name, whatever you'd like. I call mine vanilla-ish survival because it's slightly modded, but it's not as much vanilla-ish anymore because I've added more stuff. So whatever you want, go ahead and put it in there. Next, for your version, go ahead and scroll down. We're on 1.15.2, so scroll down to you see the 1.15s. And you want to hit this, wait, not that one, this one, release 1.15.2, important. Next you want to hit the more options tab. In the JVM you want to hit this 2, that lone 2 in there. I want to delete that guy. And then this is allocating more RAM to your game. You need at least 4. That is the minimum requirements. So if you don't have an 8 gigabyte RAM computer, you won't be able to run this. So you need at least 4. So if you have an 8 gigabyte computer for in terms of RAM storage, you're going to be using half of your RAM just to run this game. However, since I can run more, I will. I can run 8 because I have 16. But just for the general purpose of everyone, I'm just going to keep it at 4. But remember that single digit number is what's changing your RAM. So this is specific to your computer. I can't tell you exactly what to run, but the 2 options are 4 and 8. If you have 32 gigs of RAM, by all means, allocate 16. I don't care. But the minimum you need is 4. And then after you've done that, go ahead and create the installation. And then here it is, whatever, and you're gonna run it. We don't care about that. So you just want to run the initial version just like this, and you just want to boot it up to title screen, and then you could just go ahead and quit. What we're doing right here is we're actually building the files for 1.15.2. So we can modify them. I will also do a guide on how to do this on iOS. I just don't have an iOS computer. I guess I could just boot up iOS on Windows, but I'll do it on an iOS as well, just to show you the differences between the operating systems. So, as you saw, we just got to title screen and I quit. And then you're going to want to head over to the email I sent you, titled Mods and Support, and you'll have a big old file in here called Vanilla Survival 1.15.2. Go ahead and you want to open that up. Actually, it'd be better just to download it all. Can I just download the whole file? Pretty sure. Okay. It's not from here. Alright, so go in here. First thing you want to download is this folder titled Forge and Miscellaneous. Hello. trying to right click on. Thank you. Go ahead and download it. In fact, you can just go ahead and download all these right now. I mean, you're going to be using them. So one thing about the resource pack or the texture pack and the shader, these two are not required to run. These two folders are the ones that you need in order to run this. These are the mods and support stuff. This is just, make it look pretty. I highly recommend the resource pack for the whole vibe that we have. It's a medieval vibe. This is called Excalibur. But like I said, you can use any one you want, really. But highly recommended resource pack. Shader, if your computer can't handle them, don't run them. If you can use the one that we provided, or you can use whatever one you want. It does not matter. And recently, the shader that we've been using has started to become a little buggy. I'll talk more about that later. But for right now, I'm just going to download everything. So I got the Forge and Miscellaneous folder, and I got the Mods folder downloaded. I should be getting the Resource and Shaders soon. There's the shaders, and there's the resource pack. Alright, so we got everything downloaded. Now we can get out of our web browser and open up our downloads folder. And here it all is. So the first thing we're going to start out with is just the Forge and Miscellaneous. So I'm actually going to take this, and since it's a zip folder, it's a compressed zip folder, we're going to actually want to extract all the information in here. So go ahead and extract the information. Make that smaller. So now we got a Forge and Miscellaneous that we can now view. So in our Forge and Miscellaneous, we got our IP, our mine colonies config. Don't worry about this one. It doesn't work. Don't just completely omit that. But the thing we're looking for first here is the Forge 1.15.2-3.1.2.33-installer. Now this is the mod loader. This is what allows us to actually mod. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to run it. And you should come up with this box here. Mod System Installer. Welcome to a simple Forge installer, but you want to install client and hit OK. If you don't get this, important. If you don't get this and it comes up with like a Windows thing saying like what do you want to open this program with, stop. And in the email, it's not going to be shown in this email because this is just a demo for me. But in the email, you'll have a link for Java Oracle, and you need to download that first because Java Oracle reads Forge. It will read this program and allow us to run it. So yeah, if you come up with what program would Windows want you to open this with, go ahead and go back to the email and download Java Oracle. I'll even bring up what the page looks like. That's not the page. Hold on. This one. This is what you would be directed to through that link. And then you'd go to the Java download. And then you hit this big button, agree, and start free download. I already have it, so I don't need it. But if you did, you just get this and you install it like any other program. Just as you installed Minecraft, you'd go through the installer wizard, and install it completely, and then finish it, and then you should be able to run this program. So after you run it, like I said, you'd be brought up to this little box, and you want to install client. You hit OK. It'll do its computer magic. And then you'll say successfully installed profile Forge for version 1.15.2. So we're done with that step. Now we're actually going to go back to our Minecraft launcher. And now we're going to go back to our installations. We're going to go to the one that we titled, so the whatever one. We're going to edit that one. And now we're going to change the version. So the I didn't mean to minimize that. The version we need is the release 1.15.2 Forge 31233. So click that as your version. And then after you've done that, everything is still the same. You still got the 4 gigabytes of RAM allocated. And you want to save that and play. You'll get this again. This is just about player safety. You understand the risks, I'm assuming. You want to play that, and now you're going to get a slightly different loading screen. I say slightly different. There's a bunch of shit on there now. And same story from the first time we ran just the release 1.15.2. Once we get to the title screen of this, it should say 2 mods loaded in the lower left hand corner. And then we can just go ahead and leave. So 2 mods loaded, 431.233. We're good. We can just quit game. So now, I'm actually going to have you go back into one of these folders. Not this one. Go back to the main folder that I sent you, so all the downloads. Now this part is for just for people who want to run the shaders. If you don't want to run the shaders, just skip to the next step, and I'll tell you when you can resume again. This is just for the shaders. So in order to get this part, we're actually going to extract the rest of our information here. These are all the mods. We have 58 mods. So here are all the mods. Let's extract the shaders. And there's the shader. That fucking thing is really annoying. Can I make that smaller? I can't. Alright. Anyway, we're going to extract the resource pack as well. So now, we should have our forge and miscellaneous extracted, our mods extracted, our shaders extracted, and also our resource extracted. So for the next step for the shaders, I actually want you to go to the mods folder first. You're going to scroll down till you see the mod called Optifine 1.15.2 HD UG6. And this one you're also going to run. And you'll come up with this box. This installer will install Optifine in the official Minecraft launcher, and we'll create a new profile Optifine for it. Okay, so we're going to install it. Optifine was successfully installed. And now what we got to do is go right back into the Minecraft game. And this time, a little different. So now we're going to go to our versions, and like I said, it's installed Optifine. You should have this pop up for you by default. However, if this doesn't pop up for you by default, you just go to installations, you'd hit new installation. This, you can just delete it right after, so I don't really have to name it. but then you'd scroll down to the release 1.15.2 Optifine. So we're doing this, we're just repeating the steps that we did with the Forge. This is just to allow us to run shaders. So after you've done that, you're going to hit the play on the Optifine release. And this one should load pretty fast. The first time you load all these mods in, it's going to be a little slow. You're just adding a lot of stuff to your game. But it shouldn't be like that the next times you load up. So as you notice, we're on the Optifine version. We're not on the Forge version anymore, so we don't have all that extra information on the loading bar. Same story. After you get here, go ahead and quit. Now, so we have the shaders and we have Forge done. Now, I guess the best part to do would probably just be, yeah, this would probably be the easiest. Next would probably just be to put the shaders in. And like I said, if you're not doing the shaders, just completely omit this step. However, to get to your folder to mod, what you're going to hit is you're going to hit the Windows key, and then you're going to hit R. And you're going to get the run program. You want to type into the box %appdata%, just like that. And then when you run this, it'll bring up a folder called your roaming folder. And we're going to be going back to this folder quite a bit. But to get to the Minecraft, we hit .minecraft. And now we have a bunch of stuff in here. But the files that we're going to look at specifically is the mods file, the resource packs file, and the shader packs file. So to finish out the shader pack step, go into the shader packs file in your .minecraft roaming folder. Locate the shader I sent you or shader of your choosing. I'm just going to use this one for right now. Called the BSL shaders, and this is still a compressed zip file. You want to make sure this is kept a compressed zip file. So now you're just going to want to drag from the file I sent you to your .minecraft shader packs file, and now the shaders are installed. Back out of that. Now for people who can't run shaders, this is where you got to start paying attention again. So, like I said, we're in the %appdata%. To get there, you hit Windows, R key, APP, DATA%. And that's how you get to your roaming folder, and you just hit OK. And then you hit .minecraft. And then you should be brought to right here. This is your file path, your owner, app data, roaming, Minecraft. So now we're going to install the texture pack. So go to the resource pack folder that I sent you. And like I said, I highly recommend this one in particular, just because it just makes everything look better, in my opinion. But you can use any texture pack you want, just highly recommended. So this is also a compressed zip file. Keep it compressed. Now we're just going to go to our resource packs and our .minecraft roaming folder. As you see, it's empty. And just drag over Excalibur. Now you can close out the resource packs. And now you have your resource pack uploaded to your mod folder for .minecraft. Now it's pretty smooth sailing after this. Because now all we got to do is add in the mods, and then also add in just the miscellaneous stuff. The only miscellaneous stuff that we have to add in is a mine colonies config. I wanted to make it easy for you, so you can just delete the original file that gets generated, and then you just upload that one that I sent you, so you don't have to go into the file and actually change all the values. I wanted to make it easy. So now we're going to actually add in all the mods. So to get there, you want to go to your .minecraft and go to the mods folder. And then go to the file that I sent you called mods. Nope, wrong one. This one. And you should have 57 items in here. It'll tell you at the bottom here. 57 items. You need all these. So, quick command, Control A. It'll select all of them, everything in there. And then just simply drag all 57 over to your .minecraft mods folder. And there you go, the game is modded. But we're not quite done yet. Now, since we have all the mods, we have the shader pack, and we have the resource pack, we're actually going to run Minecraft one more time. And make sure when you run it this time, you're not on the Optifine version that we previously ran. You want to go back to the version that you originally made for the Forge 1.15.2 minus the whatever. You know, the one that we modified how much RAM is in there. The one that has the Forge version 1.15.2. And then you want to play that. And like I said, this one might take a little bit longer than last time because you're going to construct a lot more stuff. See, it's found 57 mods to load, and we have to load all of them. Over time, you'll get so good at modding stuff like this this trying to go very slow so that someone has modded Minecraft ever before do it from scratch. But really, if you know what you're doing, you can get this done in about 5 to 10 minutes. Almost there. Getting real close. Now, after you've loaded this part up, like I said, there's only one more file to modify, and then you can play. However, once we load up right here, we're going to stop before we add that next file. And we're going to modify some stuff in the settings of Minecraft itself. I'm doing this on my laptop, not on my desktop PC. One, I wanted to be able to join the server from anywhere I wanted to. Like, I'm not going to run shaders on this computer. I'm just showing you how to do it. But I did want to put it on a computer that had nothing on it, and like I said, had that start from scratch kind of feel. Oh my god, come on. There we go. Finally. So for this, the mods are out of date. Don't show that again. You don't even know about them. So now, we have 58 mods loaded. That's including the Forge mod loader itself. So because we added 57. Now, I want you to go to Options, Resource Packs. Excalibur's already on for me because, well, it has been on this before. But what you would see is this, most likely. So what you got to do is you got to hit Excalibur over to the selected resource packs, and an important step right here: put mod resources over Excalibur, so that way any mod blocks, they override the texture pack and there won't be any conflicting textures. Then after you've done that, go and hit done. Everything will reload. This takes less time on a better computer. But good news is you only have to do it once, and then you never have to do it again. So I'm just trying to get rid of all the crappy parts right away, so that way, you can just play. Alright, man, come on. Do it. I believe in you. I kind of wanted this to be under 30 minutes, but I guess that's not going to happen. Alright. So finally that loaded up. Now, just for accessibility, go ahead and hit Controls. I turn off my auto jump. You can keep that on if you want. But I just want you to, for the most part, rebind some of this stuff so you don't worry about it. Because there's a lot of stuff that you're just going to unbind. Like, for example, toggle search box for applied energistics. I want you to click on that and then hit the escape key, and that will unbind anything to it. And you'll probably have a lot more, anything that's red. So, see how left shift is red? There's a conflicting keybind with that one. So anything that's red, go ahead and unbind it. Actually, I'll just reset all my keys. Okay, I reset all my keys. So this is exactly what you should have when you go into your controls. So creative mode, you won't need that. Unbind it by pressing the escape key. Go ahead and I put this to C, but if you want to, you can unbind it. Doesn't matter. I also unbound this one just because I didn't want it. I don't really care about the advancements. Zoom. This is actually C. However, I think it makes more sense to make it Z. Here you go at the Applied Energics again. Just unbind that. Ars Nouveau. You will bind these when you get into this mod, so don't even worry about it yet, because you're not going to know what you want without having any experience in it. So just go ahead and unbind those. The carts. This is so you can pull wagons behind horses and mules, and also you can pull a plow for farmland. I make this P. Makes sense for pull. Create, you can go ahead and unbind that. Curios, inventory, keep that G. That's a good one. Immersive railroading, this is a bunch of train stuff. You can just unbind all of this because you won't need it, until you start messing with it. So go ahead and you have to just unbind everything. God damn it. Thought I clicked it. There we go. Lord of the Rings. Go ahead and unbind this too. This mod's a little weird right now, as it doesn't generate any structures or have any mobs. But we're thinking about using the dimension itself as just a fun dimension that we can do whatever we want in. Because we can just reset it. So if we destroyed a bunch of shit and we wanted it to be like how it was when we first started, we just reset it. So it's more of like our test world where we can just blow shit up, have fun, and not think. Placeable items, keep that left shift. That's just so if you have an apple in your hand, you can actually place it down on a block and it'll be a 3D model, but you have to left shift in order to place it, so that way if you have the apple, you can still eat it. Plato's transporters, unbind that. Crafts keys, go ahead and unbind that as well. You'll bind these when you get to those mods, so just don't even worry about them until you get to it. Tool belt, go ahead and unbind that stuff too. Useful backpacks, so adds another inventory. I keep it B for backpack, makes sense for me. World edit reference, go ahead and unbind that. Zero's mini map. Go ahead and unbind these. I do have some commands set for this one, like the quick waypoint. I just have that as the add symbol. Open waypoint screen, I have that as minus. New waypoint, I have that as an asterisk. That's how my settings are. You can change them however you want. It's just quick waypoint. I like that so you can just add. Holy fuck, that's loud. Yeah, so open waypoint screen is minus, so you can see all your waypoints and be able to, filter between them. You can add one for minimap settings too if you want. You can make that like the divide symbol or something, whatever. But yeah, those are my settings. You don't have to use them. Just what I like. World map. Now this one, unbind the right shift for quick manual confirmation. Open world map. I think it makes sense for that to be M. Open settings for world map. I actually bind this to be a comma, just right next to the M. I try to group together my stuff so I know where it all is. You don't have to put it a comma, you can keep it as but it was. Comma makes sense to me because it's right next to M. Just enough items. Go ahead and unbind the first one. Oop, reset that. You can keep that. Everything else looks good on that. And we are done editing our keybinds. Now the last thing we got to do is go to video settings. If you want your shaders, you'd hit the shaders tab and then you'd click this one, BSL, to turn on the shaders and hit done. I am not going to do that because it's going to fuck this computer. So we're going to keep that off. But yeah, to do that, you would hit that, hit done. It would reload it just like it did on the resource pack, and then you'd be good to go. Now the bug I was talking about earlier. So for some reason this just started to happen like a week ago. Whenever you load the shaders on, your game's going to crash and you're going to get a render relay crash info. Don't worry about it, just rerun the game and the shaders will be on. I don't know why it's happening, but it keeps happening no matter what. And let's say you want to take the shaders off after you've been using them, it will crash your game again. I don't know why. Every time you take them on or off, it'll crash your game with the render relay crash log. But if you just rerun the game, it'll work perfectly fine. I don't know why it's happening. I'll have to figure it out. But yeah, I might even just switch that shader altogether, just use a different one. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what's happening. But yeah, that's how you apply the shader. Now, for other, I like to have my FPS shown. So you can put that on if you want. Put it off if you don't. I also put the log meter on in the other settings. Then performance, you're going to want to put on smooth world, fast math, fast render, render regions, smart animations, and smooth FPS. And I think you can also put dynamic updates on. Yeah, go ahead and you can put all these on. Go ahead and put in performance setting, put all these on. Now go to quality tab. This one I don't think you have to change anything on. Unless you want, if your computer can handle more graphically intensive loads, like if you have a good graphics card, you can mess with these settings. I wouldn't recommend it if you don't have a good graphics card. Example, I have a NVIDIA GTX 3070, so I'm pretty set. I put everything on, but not everyone's going to be able to do that. Animations, these are on all by default. You can turn some of these off if you're experiencing some lag or whatever. A lot of these video settings are going to be tailored to your computer and your computer alone. I can't really tell you exactly what to run unless you have similar specs to me. Details though, same thing. You can, you put your fog to fancy or fog to fast or fog off or dropped items. You can put that to fancy so they're 3D dropped, or you can just put it are set by the graphics or 2D items. Whatever you want. You can do anything here for your system and your system alone. So you need to know your computer for this. If you have questions about these settings and like what you can do if you don't know, go ahead and ask me and I'll tell you what you can and can't do. Or if you know someone else who knows a good deal about computers, you go ahead and ask them and they'll probably be able to tell you, oh, with that processor and GPU, you can do that and that and that. Or maybe you should not do that and dial that setting back down a little bit, something like that. So we're done modifying all the settings and options in game. We're done modding. We have the shaders and texture pack all loaded up. One more thing we got to do, and then we got a quick game to do so. The last file we got to add, and then you're done. You can play, join the server, and do whatever you want. Last file we got to add is we got to first go back to our .minecraft roaming folder. and I want you to navigate config. So you want to go owner, app data, roaming.minecraft, config is your file path. And then I want you to locate the common file for Minecolonies. Oh, there it is. Minecolonies-common.toml. So this file is the one that you're going to want to just delete, actually. So go ahead and right click it, delete, make sure it's common. Don't delete client. Don't delete that. You got to make sure it's minecolonies-common. And that's the only one you delete. Don't delete anything else. So we deleted that. We still have the minecolonies-client. We lost a minecolonies-common. However, in the Forge and Miscellaneous tab in the minecolonies config folder, there's that same file, minecolonies-common.toml. And this, you're just going to throw it right in to replace that file that we just deleted. So now, everything's done. That's in there. We can close up our roaming folder, close up any other folder explorers that you had. Go ahead and run. Actually, we do need one more folder for the IP. Let's go into this. It's in the Forge and Miscellaneous folder. But you need to go to IP, IPMC, the text document, that is the IP for our server. So now just play. Do another one for Mac, because really it's all pretty similar except for one step, and that's getting to your .minecraft folder. Instead of just hitting Windows R and typing in %appdata% to get to your roaming folder, you can't do that on iOS. Actually, what you got to do is after you load it up the first time with Forge, so technically the second time, because you load it first 1.15.2 vanilla Minecraft, and then the second time you load it, you're loading it with the 1.15.2 Forge version. However, when you get to the title screen on the Forge load up, if you click mods at the title screen and then hit open mod folder, that will bring you right to the same place. It's just a different way of getting there. I'll even show you what that looks like on the Windows side when we load up here. Because really, there's only a difference in one step, and that's getting to your roaming folder. Just different between the operating systems. Probably should have added this when I was talking about the roaming folder in the first place, but any day. He's gonna die too. There we are. Any moment, just to the title screen. This is going to be an hour at this point, Jesus. 45 minutes. I'm sorry. I was trying to make this concise, but I guess I didn't. Oh my god. Oh. No. Okay. There we go. So the Apple way I was talking, the iOS way, you'd hit mods, and then you see this section here, open mods folder. Like I said, that just brings you right to your mods folder. So you're in your roaming.minecraft, and if you hit your .minecraft, well, there you are. You're right there. You're right where everything you need to edit is. You can go to your config and put the mine colonies in, put the mods in, put the resource pack in, texture pack, or put the shaders in. So now joining the server, you'd hit multiplayer. I already have it. Let me just delete that real quick. So adding a server, call it whatever you want. Like I said, I'm going to just rename it Vanilla-ish. There we go, got it. I'll just rename it that, and then we're going to go to the IPMC text document I sent you. That's the IP for the server. Go and just copy and paste that into your server address. Hit done, and then you should be able to ping to the server. I like to put that at the top. And 0 to 10 people online, I will obviously make that bigger when more people join. And then you can just join the server. I'm not going to join the server. I know it works, because it says it works. I don't want to spoil it either, because I'm going to load onto my last project, and I don't want you guys to see that. Especially because it's going to look rough. Anyway, so you are done modding Minecraft. Now you just hit multiplayer, and you can ping to the server. And then whenever you want to relaunch, you go to the launcher, and you just got to make sure that your version that you're playing is the version that you selected, so it's whatever, right? That's what I named it. You name it whatever you want, then you hit play. But that's how you mod Minecraft on Windows, and I added a little snippet of how you get to the roaming folder for iOS. If you have any questions for iOS users, be free to email me. If you want a separate video for modding on iOS systems versus Windows, I will most certainly do that. I'll just have to borrow someone's computer or install iOS on one of my Windows machines and just boot it up that way. But yeah, just let me know. That is it.